Good evening, baseball fans. How you doing? Well, Lance McCullers got absolutely rocked tonight. We're going to break it all down. The Phillies taking a 2-1 series lead heading into Game 4. How are we doing, everyone? Good evening, good evening. Hello, hello. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone had a great day today. We had the rain out yesterday, so the game got pushed to tonight. And in the end, not a very eventful game for both sides, but for Phillies fans all over the world, this was a fun one for you tonight. A lot of home runs for the Phillies tonight, and not a whole lot of action for the Astros. And the Phillies have a 2-1 series lead. They are 2 wins away from winning the World Series as the third wild card team. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Everyone, hope you're all doing well. What is today? Is today Tuesday? Today is Tuesday. I hope everyone had a great Tuesday. I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces in the chat. Mason, how you doing? Brian, hello. Steven, how you doing? Daniel, what's going on? James Hirota is here. What is going on, my friend? Trevor Weston, hello. Joe Girardi Hater, another moderator. What's going on, my friend? Hope everyone's doing well. But, we're just going to break this one down quickly tonight. Not going to spend too much time on this. And, we had a stream the other night where we talked a little bit about the World Series, and we had a lot of other news to talk about as well. So if you have not seen that stream, make sure you go back and watch it. And last night I uploaded a video about Brian Cashman and the Mets. If you have yet to see that, go check that out as well. Working on a couple of videos. I've already got the audio recorded for one. I've got the of another video recorded that I just got to edit down. I got notes ready for another big video coming up. I would like to drop that by this weekend. I would love to get that one done by this weekend. It's a big video. Definitely putting some time and effort into it, so definitely be on the lookout for that. We got a lot of content coming up. I'm trying to do as much as I can, at work. It's hard. I got my full-time job. I'm a 4th grade teacher. It's always just difficult, just finding the time, got to go to work Monday through Friday, all day, every day. And I'm just doing as much as I can over here. But it helps that we can do the streams tonight or at night. Exton Stone with a $10 super chat. Exton Stone, you're amazing, my friend. I love you to the moon. Thank you very much. If you have a question or a comment, drop it down in the chat, and I will make sure to take a look at what you wrote. But everyone, while we're still getting some more people trickling on in, if you are new to the channel, think about subscribing down below. We're trying to get to 27,000. We're within 50 subscribers of 27,000, so please take that finger and hit the subscribe button. We're within 50. My goodness, we're so close. I can smell it. Hit the like button, everyone. That way it can get out into the YouTube algorithm just a little bit better. Hit the bell notification. Hit the share button for me. Also, we have partnerships on this channel. SeatGeek, use my code HYDE, $20 off your first purchase. And hey, I'm just saying, if you're looking to make some a quick buck, go to Prize Picks, use my code GINGER, and you'll get a 100% deposit match. You can do it for the World Series. You can do it for basketball. You can do it for football on the weekends, college football. Go check it out. You can play the over-unders. All right, everyone, let's get to it here. Breaking down the game for tonight. So let me get the music on. We got to get the vibes going here. Of course, I forget to put the music on. I do it every single time. Ballcap Sports is here in the chat. What is going on, my friend? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Wow, Spotify is not working. Are you kidding me? Cool, Spotify is not working. All right, we're not using Spotify tonight, everyone. Here we go, sharing the screen. So as you can see, hey, not an exciting one tonight. Not an exciting one if you're just a goof of a baseball fan like me. Not really an exciting one, but it was fun to see home runs all over the place for the Phillies. Bryce Harper getting it started in the first inning. Now, this is interesting with Bryce Harper because Bryce Harper got a little bit of a look at Lance McCullers Jr. And there was an interesting moment in the second. interesting moment where Alec Boehm ended up getting a home run there. And it was interesting because Bryce Harper had a little bit of a conversation with Alec Boehm. And Alec Boehm actually got interviewed later on by Ken Rosenthal in the dugout, said, hey, what were you guys talking about? And he's like, I can't really, I'm not really going to talk about that. It's pretty obvious what they were talking about. Bryce Harper, he got a good look at Lance McCullers Jr., obviously getting the home run there. So he saw something. And actually, John Smoltz chimed in on this as well. He actually said, I would be hard-pressed to think that the Phillies don't have something on Lance McCullers, one way or another. So, it's kind of one of those things, right, where Lance McCullers Jr., you got to remember, he came back late in the season. There's going to be times where a pitcher, this is why, it's good to have a full season to really kind of work through some things. You're going to have your ups and downs. And hey, there could be some times where maybe you're giving something away and you don't even realize it, but that's where during the season you can kind of work on those things. You can kind of make some adjustments with what you're doing. And, sometimes, unfortunately, for some of these pitchers, you can tip your pitches. And it looked like Lance McCullers Jr. had some different positions going on. When he was throwing a sinker, it looked like he had a bit of a different glove position. When he was throwing more of an off-speed pitch, looked like his glove was in a separate position. And again, it looked like Bryce Harper noticed something. He noticed something. He called Alec Boehm back to the dugout. He's obviously saying something to him. He's whispering into his ear. He's keeping it private. And so it's clear as night and day that they caught something. And, obviously with Bryce Harper, the guy is good. Obviously, he's very good. But he's also good because of these things, too. And, hey, so that's pretty much that. Lance McCullers Jr., rough start tonight. But you know what? I will give him some credit. You know what? The guy was getting absolutely hammered. But, oh, man, I can't even imagine how that has to feel. You're standing out on the mound in Philly. Everyone's going crazy. Everyone's hitting bombs off of you. You've given up 5 home runs. That's got to be some kind of a record. Has to be. Is there someone in the chat that can figure this out? What is the most home runs given up by a starting pitcher in a game in a World Series? This has to be up there. It has to be. So if anyone can find that out, that'd be great. But definitely not a good start. But I will give him some credit. Able to go as long as he did, and obviously was giving something away, so he was able to last as long as he did. But you know what? I'm actually going to give a lot of credit here. I'll talk. Trust me, I'm going to rave about the Phillies in just a second, but sticking with the Astros, tough night. But I will give some credit here to Jose Urquidy. Really came in here and helped the bullpen out with the Astros. He had Stanek come in, but Urquidy came in a nice long relief role. That could end up being a pretty valuable performance. You're able to give the Astros top guys in the bullpen a break. They weren't able to, have to tax these guys, just to get through to the end of the game. So give some credit here to Urquidy. But here we go. As for the Phillies, the stars of the show, hey, like I said, home runs all over the place, just kind of going through it all. You had Bryce Harper, you had Alec Boehm, you had Brandon Marsh. Actually, at first, I was wondering if Kyle Tucker was going to end up catching it, but it just got over, hit the top of the wall. And then I always love when Kyle Schwarber hits a bomb. And, hey, I'm just going to say this right now. I did a video on a position-by-position preview of this World Series. And for left field, it was Kyle Schwarber and Yordan Alvarez. And I decided to go with a tie. And I had so many people in the comments. Saying, Robbie, what are you talking about? Yordan Alvarez is so much better than Kyle Schwarber. Do you even watch baseball? What are you doing? Hello. Here you go. Kyle Schwarber hitting Schwarber bombs all over the place, while Yordan Alvarez has been pretty quiet so far. Schwarber was hitting bombs in the championship series. So to me, yes, Yordan Alvarez obviously had a better season, but don't forget, Schwarber also had the second most home runs in Major League Baseball this year. Of course, the slash line wasn't as good overall as Yordan Alvarez, but I liked how Schwarber was hitting the ball. I love how hard he was hitting the ball. Even if he was flying out, he was making great contact all postseason. And, hey, here you go. This is why I had Kyle Schwarber and Yordan Alvarez in a tie for left field. So all of you people in the chat or in the comments on that video, there you go. There you go. Eat my shorts. And, oh, man, we got another super chat from Exton Stone. Another $10 bomb. Are the Phillies now favored? I mean, I'm not ready to hand over a series to anyone yet. This could still go either way. I definitely think the Astros are going to come out tomorrow. They're going to play a pretty decent game tomorrow. Tough loss tonight, but this isn't over by any means. There is a number out there. Whoever wins game 2 ends up winning 50% of the time. So I see this World Series as a series that could definitely go back and forth. We'll have to wait and see how tomorrow goes, but Philly, they're definitely in the driver's seat. It's very understandable to think that the Phillies are favored in this situation, and obviously the offense is just looking great. But I expect the Astros to bounce back. But hey, you never know. Philly at home, they could take a stranglehold tomorrow as well, so I just have to wait and see, as I always say. Exton Stone, you're amazing, my friend. Thank you for the 2 $10 super chats. I always greatly appreciate the support. Seriously, I really do. But Rhys Hoskins adding on another homer there. 5 home runs off of Lance McCullers Jr. Again, it has to be some kind of a record. But, hey, home run happy tonight. But for the Astros, not a whole lot going on. And the big reason for that, Ranger Suarez. Hey, he wasn't, Ranger Suarez is one of these guys where he's not going to blow you away with velocities. He doesn't have the most nasty stuff on the planet, but the guy is just really hard to pick up. There's a reason why last year he had the numbers that he did. They didn't have quite the same numbers this year as he did last year, but Ranger Suarez, he just battles, man. Ranger danger. This guy just goes out and he gives you his best every single time. He always gives you a pretty solid performance, no matter how long he goes or how short he goes. And a solid performance for him tonight. 5 innings, 3 hits. There was one point in this game, it felt like maybe some momentum was shifting a little bit. It felt like Philly was starting to get a little quiet at one point. It looked like the Astros were maybe starting to put something together, but ended up not really coming together. And then the Phillies just started hitting more home runs all over the place, and that was pretty much it. So give it up for Ranger Suarez. Great start tonight. And also, hey, I talked about Urquidy saving the bullpen for the Astros. Hey, for the Phillies, they didn't really have to use any of their top guys. You didn't have to use Dominguez. You didn't have to use Robertson. You didn't have to use Alvarado. You got to save a lot of your top guys in that bullpen for the Phillies. So give it up for the Phillies bullpen. Brogdon, Gibson, Nelson, Bilotti coming in 4 innings, locking it down, doing their job. You got to love it, man. So in the end, not a very eventful game 3, except for Philly fans. Obviously, you got to love all the home runs. But I would say probably, the big story, if you were to take one away, probably the 5 home runs. It's got to be some kind of a record. But Lance McCullers Jr., man, there definitely just seemed like there was just something not right there. His stuff was fine tonight. I mean, if we go here to the breakdown on Baseball Savant, he was very slider happy tonight. He was really trying to mix things around. A lot of his pitches looked pretty good. Some of the pitches that he was throwing were pretty nasty, honestly. But there was obviously some kind of tipping going on or whatever it may have been. It was clear that the Phillies were picking up on him quite well. But stuff-wise, I felt like he was looking pretty good. However, he was leaving a lot of stuff up too, so sure, you could say tipping pitches, but he was just leaving stuff like right over the plate, just hanging. And, hey, it is what it is. He just got his hiney kicked. We got another super chat coming in. Daquan Davis, my friend. How you doing? If Philly wins the World Series, it pretty much guarantees they are picking up Trey Turner long term. Ooh, the future looks bright for now. You got to wonder, what are the Phillies going to do? What are the Phillies going to do? Listen, we have Joe Girardi Hater. He's one of our moderators here. He actually presented a very interesting idea the other night on the Sunday night stream. And he suggested maybe if the Red Sox and Rafael Devers don't come to terms on a deal for an extension, could maybe Philly look to maybe acquiring a Rafael Devers? Could you imagine another left-handed bat like that? You got Harper, Schwarber. You have Rafi Devers in there as well. I'm just saying, man, you never know. But Philly, you got to look out for them in the free agent market. I think it's going to be a lot of fun this coming offseason. I mean, it's always fun in the offseason. I'm excited for it. But Daquan Davis, it's definitely interesting. Where will the Phillies go? Will they stick with, a Bryson Stott? Could they move him around somewhere? Could they use him in a deal? I don't know. Could they go after someone like a Trey Turner? That'd be huge. That'd be massive. We'll have to wait and see. But Daquan Davis, my friend, thank you so much. I do appreciate that. So Lance McCullers Jr., he basically stunk tonight. Ranger Suarez leading the way with the sinker tonight, mixing in changeups, some fastballs, some cutters, some curveballs. He was mixing and matching. Wow, I said that correctly this time. But, hey, he was just doing his job, man, keeping him off balance. You got to love it. So, in the end, home runs galore, tipping galore. That's pretty much it. There's not really a whole lot else to talk about with this one. But the Phillies with a 2-1 series lead heading into Game 4 tomorrow night. And, hey, you got the Phillies with Aaron Nola. And the rainout actually really favors them here. So remember, Aaron Nola, he got the Game 1 start. A lot of people were expecting that Zach Wheeler was going to get the start, but they went with Nola instead. But with the rainout, he ends up getting an extra day of rest here. So that game was, what was that, Friday night? That was Friday. So he had Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So he gets a nice full turn of rest. So Aaron Nola is going to be fresh. Christian Javier pitching first time in the World Series. He looked absolutely nasty against the Yankees the last time he pitched. I think this is going to be a really good matchup. Javier, this guy's been underrated all year. This will be the first time that any of these guys are seeing Christian Javier. So I definitely think that could be a bit of an advantage. And Aaron Nola, hey, this is the second time they're going to be seeing him. I'm going to be honest. I'm expecting an Astros win here, unless Aaron Nola just comes out absolutely dealing. But he was not looking amazing in Game 1. And Verlander, he got hit pretty hard in Game 1 as well. But, hey, what adjustments will Nola make here in Game 4? But I am expecting the Astros to come out and really try and redeem themselves from Game 1. You had a good start against Nola there, and then you just ended up blowing it. But I think Christian Javier, the way he's been looking, I think he could have a really good start here. And the fact that none of these guys have really seen him, I think that's an advantage for the Astros. But the way these Phillies bats are looking right now, it's, man, they're just locked in, man. They're just hitting these bombs all over the place. And will they be able to pick up on anything with Javier like they did with McCullers tonight? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But let's see how locked in these Phillies hitters are. We know the Astros were locked in on Nola in Game 1. I'm expecting an Astros win. I expect them to tie it up. And then we will have a very big Game 5 if the Astros are able to tie it up. It could go either way at that point. Manuel Vargas with a super chat, my friend. Phillies need pitching depth. I would go for Rodon. Oh, okay. We're going off season right now. Everyone's already done with the World Series, I guess. We're going straight to the off season. Hey, Phillies, Carlos Rodon. I mean, I think any team that is able to pick up Carlos Rodon, a healthy Carlos Rodon, I mean, they're only going to benefit from it. So that'd be huge. I'm very intrigued to see where Carlos Rodon goes this offseason. I think the Rangers are going to be hot after him. They need pitching. I definitely think they're going to be a top suitor for him. Could the Yankees go after Carlos Rodon? Could the Red Sox? They could use some pitching. Could he just go back to the Giants? I mean, he had success with the Giants. Could he just end up going back there? The Phillies, hey, maybe another starter like you mentioned. A little more depth. Hey, it'll be interesting to see what ends up happening with Rodon. Manuel Vargas, I appreciate that, my friend. I appreciate it. But everyone, it's pretty much all I got for tonight. Pretty much all I got. Just a quick little recap. Not a whole lot else to talk about. It will be exciting for Game 4. That will be tomorrow night at 8:03 Eastern Time. Christian Javier and Aaron Nola. But everyone, if you can, please hit that like button for me on the way out. Again, if anyone is new, think about subscribing down below. Hit the bell notification. That way you know every single time I go live or upload some content. Share the stream. Share any of the content as well. But everyone, I'm going to get out of here. Hey, I got to work in the morning, man. I got a field trip on Thursday. I got to be at work at like 6:30 a.m. We're going on like a 2-hour bus trip. We got a huge field trip on Thursday. I'm still mentally preparing for that. I'm not going to get home until like 6 or 7 o'clock that night. It's going to be an all-day thing. I'm going to be dead. So I got to go get some sleep while I can. Everyone, thank you for stopping by tonight. Really do appreciate it, as always. You know I love all of you. But everyone, go have yourself a good night. Look out for some content over the next few days. I have a lot prepared. Just got to get it edited down and just uploaded for all of you to take a watch. But don't forget about the Brian Cashman video. Possibly, could he be an option for the Mets? Go check out that video if you haven't seen it already. And any other content, go watch it as well. But everyone, go have yourself a great night. And as always, I'll talk to you next time.